What is up, squad? Got my little mood music on, y'all. Like it's a little late, but I'm up. I'm up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm up. What is up? I see C. Patterson was first in the room. Can I live? Sky, sexy Sky Doll, what's up? Tracy Quartermain, Jackie G. All for Lil C, Crystal Porter, Cherry, Miss Diva. Okay. So have y'all caught up? I mean, my thing was I didn't want to come on too early, and then had the people on the West Coast like pissed off, like we haven't even watched it yet. Like why you wait? Why couldn't you wait for us to join in? So I thought I'd wait a little while, just a little while. Shoot, we done watched about 3, 4, 5 times by now. We watched Nene on Watch What Happens Live. I done wrote up my little post, but I haven't posted it yet. I was gonna wait. You said this is all new to you? Well, welcome, Janice. Welcome. Hey, Sam. Sam is in Vegas. Kim said it wasn't good. PYT Texan, Beverly Irvin. Okay, look. The people who every year we go through the same thing. The first episode is horrible. It's not good. We don't like it. Hold on, let me turn my little mood music down before we all go to sleep. But I like it. I like it. That's all that matters. Let me see what y'all. I thought it was good too, Southern lady. Okay, let's just dive on in. Okay, y'all know it was the first episode of season 11. There's a whole new cast. We got, Marlo's a friend. She's not there. I see she's popping up in my little scroll. But we got Eva. She's the new, housewife with the newest peach. Eva the diva. We got Nene, of course. We have Kandi. We have Cynthia. We have Porsha. So, of all the women, we're going to start off with Nene because Nene is having a situation with Gregg. Her husband was diagnosed with colon cancer. She says in the episode that they found out on Cinco de Mayo, and he, got diagnosed and they treated it quickly. And it was a good thing that they treated it quickly because had they not caught it in time, it could have been more devastating. But yeah, the Gregg situation was really touching. You could tell that Gregg has really been going through it. He's lost quite a bit of weight, but he still seems to be in pretty good spirits. It was just really heartbreaking to see the family go through that, to see all of the friends and family there for him. But it's a good thing because they are rallying behind him. They are offering some type of support and prayer. As far as Porsha, okay, we got two people with two different relationships. We have Porsha with her new relationship with Dennis McKinley, and we also have Cynthia with her new relationship with the ESPN sports commentator Mike Hill. Now, I mean, if you look at the situation, it's almost like they started on the same page, and Porsha is getting a little bit further than Cynthia. But I see Porsha, and she's twerking, she's happy, she's ready to get married. She said her theme for the season is white because she is ready to walk down the aisle. She claimed it in the reunion, season 10 reunion. She said she was going to be the next to get married. However, I think Eva is going to beat her to that, but that's besides the point. But, they're looking at rings. We already know that Porsha is pregnant and she's with child. But, this episode, she's kind of a little pudgy, so clearly she was hiding her belly even back then. So, the situation with Dennis and Porsha, I think they were friends first, which kind of, pushed their relationship a little bit further along than it would normally be. But you could tell, for some reason, for me watching it, I could tell that Porsha and Dennis kind of are really real. You know what I mean? Like, of course they're really real. They're pregnant. Or, she's pregnant. But on the flip side, let's talk about Cynthia and Mr. Hill. And I know I'm gonna catch a whole bunch of flack talking about Cynthia and her fake relationships. Like they brought it up, right? They brought up Will Jones. They showed a little clip of him when he was arguing with Eva when he got busted for having a girlfriend and he was stuttering. Y'all remember that when they was at Kandi's Essence party last season. So Cynthia says she knows what she doesn't want, and that is Will. But on the flip side, it's like, girl, you chose him or as your fake boyfriend that season. So now are we supposed to believe that this relationship is real? That you have dived in head first into this relationship, even though he's cross country, even though you met him on the Steve Harvey show? Exactly, Beverly Irvin. I actually wrote about that on StraightFromTheA.com. So if you want to go back and, look at all that, it's on my Twitter. I tweeted a whole bunch of the old links from over the vow. So they met each other on Steve Harvey, which coincidentally, which was Will's claim to fame as well. Even though he didn't meet Cynthia on Steve Harvey, he was on Steve Harvey. So now Steve Harvey got his hand all up and through the Housewives, because if you also recall, before Sheree got the boot, it was Steve Harvey that helped her get her basement finished. So what does Steve Harvey got to do with these Housewives? That's what we really need to be asking, because truth be told, we need to get Marjorie on there so we can hear some of that drug dealer tease that they got on Marjorie Harvey. But again, I digress. So the situation with Cynthia and Mike Hill, like, Cynthia is really, really gung-ho. Like, my thing is, you already telling us that y'all have slept together. Like, we haven't even asked the question yet. We haven't really even met him besides FaceTime. So, for her to do that automatically, it's already giving me, like, let me give Cynthia the side eye again. Because remember last season, her and Will could barely even touch each other. So, it's a pretty interesting situation. You said Steve Harvey need to worry about Marjorie not taking out his. See, that's what we need to see on the Housewives. We need to see Steve and Marjorie and how they deal with their money matters. We need to see that, because I want to know how Marjorie feel about Steve Harvey loaning all these people, money, time, employees to get their basement done, why he has his hand in the Housewives and fixing up these ladies. Like, what is going on with Steve Harvey and the Housewives? But anyway, he said he swam in the cool water of Lake Bailey several times. She had to make that known several times. So, okay, Cynthia, we get it. I mean, we just sitting here anxiously awaiting for Peter to make his arrival so we can all just sit here and be like, I told you so, honey. We already know Cynthia and Peter is in cahoots. Peter's like, girl, make that money. I'll be over here in Charlotte running the bar. And you make that money, because I know this is our retirement plan. And when things, ease up, if you ever lose your peach, I got you. So just mark my words. I just feel like Cynthia and Peter did not break up and here's why. And I know y'all think I'm so team Peter, and I am, but at the end of the day, I honestly feel like they didn't have a reason why they broke up. Like, Cynthia didn't break up with him because he was cheating, even though they say he was, allegedly. They didn't break up because they were arguing about money, even though they had money problems and we could see it. They didn't break up because they were fighting and wasn't getting along, because as we could see last year when Peter made an appearance, there was still a spark. It was like, why did this married couple break up? Like, we still don't know. So because on the outside looking in, and this is just my humble opinion, I can't pinpoint a reason, and I know both of them. I'm sitting there looking like I don't think they broke up. That's just my opinion. So, anywho, now we have Eva. Eva has came to show Cynthia what a real model looks like, and the producers shaded the hell out of Cynthia and her modeling skills. If you recall when they was in Barcelona last season and Cynthia was modeling in them damn Dr. Scholl's sandals, she had her legs wide open. She was like, I'm clutching my pearls pose, and I don't know what she was doing, but Eva showed her how it was done with her Louboutins on and her jeans, all blue jeans, everything. So it's Eva, her husband Michael Sterling. They got her young daughter Marley, who is by what's his name, the Kevin dude, that Kevin McCall, who was stalking her allegedly and all that stuff. That's what we want to see too, but I don't know if we're gonna see that. And then we have her new little baby, who she had just months after the reunion aired. So they're a cute little family. We show them having a family moment. The interesting thing about that caught them a lot of flack for that family moment is when Marley was sitting on Michael Sterling's lap. Everybody, was looking at that picture like, that's not even his child. It's very inappropriate for the child to be sitting on, that man's lap, and all of that. And I found that interesting because now when we see the actual episode play out and Marley is like, no, I don't want to sit in your lap. So that's something else the InstaWebs is going to get a hold of. Let me see if I can pull up the final picture of Eva and Michael. Family photo. Hold on. He said Riley isn't feeling it. We're going to get to Riley and Kandi in them in a second, honey. We're going to get to them in a hot second. Here it is. Michael and Eva and their little happy family. That was an adorable picture, though. I really love this picture of them. On a related note, she brought up the fact that, the difference between her and Cynthia, her modeling style and Cynthia's style is 20 years. So you can already see that Eva is going to give, I guess, Cynthia or somebody a run for their money. Hold on. I can't even get the picture to come up, child. Okay, hold on. Here it is. If this is going to work. So, browser capture. Yes, there it is. Okay. There they are. Cute little family photo. When they were actually shooting the scene, Marley, they was like, Marley, sit in Michael's lap, and Marley was like, no. And so he used some reverse psychology on her and was like, don't sit in my lap, Marley. And so she sat in his lap. But baby daddy Kevin McCall, I'm sure he had something to say about it, because all throughout the summer and last year when they were actually dating, he had a problem with Michael Sterling like taking pictures with the daughter. So it'll be interesting to see. That baby is adorable, especially with those little blue eyes. The baby is amazing. Michael Sterling is actually an attorney. He ran for mayor of Atlanta last year. I think he got like 3 votes or something. And I feel like, when Eva was a friend of the show, the reason that she didn't turn up was because there was a chance that her husband may win, so she was kind of like holding back. Here we are now. She didn't have to worry about that anymore. So I'm pretty sure that, we're going to see more of Eva as she is, Eva the Diva. So if you recall last year also, Nene said the door was closed on her friendship with Porsha. This year, the door, was cracked and now it's wide open. We get a lovely scene of Nene and Porsha chilling at Swag Boutique. Nene then picked out some outfits for Porsha because Porsha said her and a friend, i.e. Dennis McKinley, are going to Miami. And so Nene picked out some hoochie gear for Porsha, and Porsha gave her a whole little strip show. And Porsha showed you she know how to pull a man, honey. She was twerking. She was dropping it like it was low. She was showing you how she scrambled eggs, all of that. So, Porsha ain't got no problem, twerking it for a little bit, twerking it for her friends, family, man, whoever it is. So, that was interesting as well. It's good to see, Porsha getting along with everybody. And what is also interesting with Porsha is now she's kind of like the peacekeeper now, in the whole scheme of things, because she's been given the task since she's going to Miami, and since she was one of the few people who actually went to Nene to find out if she was okay dealing with Gregg's situation. She was given the task of getting all of the girls on board to go to Miami to attend Nene's comedy situation, because as you know, Nene had gotten into that whole situation about the rape joke last year, so this was her first time getting back on stage. So she got all the girls together to attend that, and also Nene was opening her swag boutique in Miami, so all the girls were going down to see that. So we'll get to see that probably the next episode. But this episode, Porsha and Dennis, they make their way to Miami first, and Porsha cannot wait to like get him alone, to get her gifts, to get her ring, to get something. She got her a new white outfit on. She is Fashion Nova fine. She got her Fashion Nova stretch jeans on and her crop top and her red hair Porsha is ready. She tells her man, just take me, do whatever you want to me, just long as you just put this ring on my finger, honey. We didn't look at rings that were like higher than some people's mortgages. So I know if we looking at those kind of rings, you about to do me right. So I want to see what ring you took. You got. So, she's just anxiously anticipating getting her ring. So once they arrive to their little abode, he has a chef on deck. He has rose petals everywhere. He has rose petals on the bed. He has rose petals everywhere. Porsha knows the time is now for this proposal. Does the proposal happen? I don't know, because, we're left with a cliffhanger of Dennis giving her a box, but we don't know yet what that box is. When I was looking at the box, it was a little too big for a ring. It looked like it might have been a bracelet or a watch or something like that, because they're going to like push it along, because actually Porsha and Dennis didn't get married until she was like poking out pregnant. So, it'll be, we'll see that. Somebody said it's a watch, it's a necklace. It looked like a Rolex. Okay, yeah, it was something other than a ring. So, you think Porscha's storylines be fake? I think she was fake with Ty. I don't know if she was fake with Dennis. I don't know. But, she can't be too fake. She pregnant. They can't be too fake. So, there's that. And let's talk about Kandi for a minute. I skipped all over Kandi. And you know why I skipped all over Kandi? Because Kandi was such a snoozer in this episode. Like, the episode itself was, a little dry, which is expected to be on the first episode. But, most of the time, we're catching up with everybody. We was catching up on Nene to see, what was going on with Gregg. We catching up on Porsha to see she got a new love in her life. We catching up on Cynthia to see she got a new fake man or whatever the case may be. We catching up on Eva to see Eva has a baby. Now we catching up on Kandi, and she's still doing the same thing she was doing. She running around with Escape. Okay, that is great. We already know that Kandi is a boss. She got her hands in many different things. She's got the old lady gang. She got bedroom Kandi. She's got a makeup line. She's got this. She's got that. She's got Escape. She's got everything. But now, even though she has all of that, she want another baby too. Like, girl, how you gonna have another baby and you can barely stay home with the ones you have? So, that being said, we see her with Escape. Escape make a few cameos in the episode. Actually, several. We even see Jermaine Dupri as he gives them the Escape, the ASCAP award for Golden Trio or something. I don't know what it was. What was it? The Golden Note Award for ASCAP. So anyway, we see all of that go down. But we also see Kandi talking to Todd and Riley about, possibly having another child. So what does Riley say? Riley shades the hell out of Kandi and was like, hell no. Like, at the end of the day, I see what type of parents y'all are. So I don't think it's a good idea for you to bring another child into this family. Hell, I had to raise my damn self. I was waiting on her to say that, but she didn't say that. But she was like, hell, I had to raise myself. Who raising Ace? I'm raising Ace. Hell, Todd be out at the club. You be out with Escape. Mama Joyce be traveling with her boyfriend. Who gonna raise us? Riley's like, what? Who is gonna raise us? So Kandi was like, wait, I know what y'all talking. What you talking about, girl? What you talking about? And Riley was like, I said what I said. So Riley been watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She paid homage to Nene Leakes, to her own mama. She was like, mama, I said what I said. We don't need no more babies in this house. I'm tired of being a babysitter. And to co-sign on what Riley said, we saw Kandi brings Ace, little bitty Ace, to the ASCAP Awards at the middle of the night with all the drunk people, with all the celebs, with all the red carpet running around. She bring her baby. And where's Todd? Todd go to the bar to get him a drink, and he leave the baby with Don Juan, and the baby is over there crying and throwing a fit. So, what you gonna have, two babies that Don Juan gonna carry around to all the clubs? What you gonna do, Kandi? What you gonna do? I mean, it is great to raise a family, but if you want to be a career woman, be a career woman. You can't just be having all these kids and leaving them with everybody else to raise. How you gonna be a mother if you go? But I guess, she could be Superwoman. She can be Superwoman, honey. She can be Superwoman. But all I'm saying is, if Ty gonna be Mr. Mom, if Ty gonna be, the person who is gonna raise the babies, then he needs to be there raising the babies. But Ty got businesses to take care of too now. So who is gonna do it? Don Juan is the assistant, and I know he like, this is not a part of my job description. I did not sign up to change no diapers and raise no babies. I mean, I love the kids, but that is not my job. So that, that's a little interesting dynamic going on with Kandi. So that's all we have for Kandi. Because I'm like, girl, when Kandi gonna be with the other people? We see Kandi with Escape. We see Kandi with her kids. We see Kandi with Todd. We see Kandi with Don Juan. Is Kandi gonna be with anybody else? And I guess that's why. And I'm using this to segue into why Kandi got Kenya to come to Cynthia party last week. But I guess that's why Kandi is so gung-ho into getting Kenya back on, because she's like, I ain't got no real friends. I need some friends. Where's Kenya? I don't have nobody to talk to. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, that's about all that happened in this episode. I mean, that's all I get. Marlo was not on the show this week. Shamari wasn't introduced yet, and Tanya Sams wasn't introduced yet. However, we did kind of get an introduction to Cynthia's new boo via Skype or FaceTime. We met Porsha's new man because he was by her side. We, saw Nene with Gregg, and yeah, that's where we are right now. And we saw Kandi with her entire family. And that's all I got. What y'all got? Do y'all have anything? Do y'all want to call in, or should I just end it right now? Y'all know, I know it's late, but I'll take some calls. I want to hear what y'all got to say about it. A few people. Let me see here. You like Marcille? Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. He seems like a very nice guy, but I guess I just give Cynthia the side eye because we saw what happened last year. And I know how she felt when I brought up the fact that, Will was a renegade. And she really felt some kind of way. And so I'm like, well, maybe it was the truth. Like, I'm just going by what I see on the outside. Again, I'm the voice of the people. I see things. I surmise. And I'm like, okay, things aren't adding up. I'm getting phone calls asking how should I make the most of my time on camera. So, of course, and I am rooting for Cynthia Peter. I am rooting for love, Cherry. I mean, they was really a couple. They was really married, and they was really in this together. So if you know that these two people are down for whatever, of course, I'm going to be rooting for them. Of course. Just like I would be rooting for Gregg and Nene. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like I said, Gregg and Nene's divorce was fake. He was living downstairs when they were supposed to be divorced, but they got them a whole wedding special. Maybe Cynthia and Peter trying to do the same thing. They try to get them a wedding special, honey. They got married once on the show. They gonna get married on their own. They gonna have a whole little I Dream of Cynthia episode. How come I'm side-eyeing Cynthia man and not Porsha? The reason being is because of the way they communicate and the way they interact. It's nothing concrete, but just the way they interact with each other. And the fact that Porsha is pregnant. They're holding hands, he's rubbing her leg. You could tell, it's some kind of physicality going on. We don't see that with Cynthia and any of her men, but I'm sure she may change that this year because she saw last year, how we were all scrutinizing her and Will and how she was pulling away when he was trying to kiss her on the cheek and all of that. So that is why I look at both relationships and I give Cynthia's the side eye and I don't give Porsha's. And, y'all know I've never been team Porsha, never. But, she didn't have no awkward kisses. Exactly, Latrice. So, there's that. Oh, shoot. I didn't even call into the phone. I'm too busy talking. Hold on. Conference. Right. Porsha is engaged and pregnant, and Cynthia is FaceTiming. Thank you, Chocolate Capricorn. I'm glad somebody can see what I see. Is her man in LA? That's what he said. He said that LA is his home. He likes Atlanta, but LA is his home. And that gave me, I fly down and come to a few events.
Thank you. joining the conference now.
So with these
Oops.
she is not going to like my comments today because.
Oops. All y'all talking. Look, I turned y'all off. Why I'm not gonna like the comment? Hold on. 3903. Who on the line? Hello. You quiet now? Y'all, how you gonna be quiet? 3903.
Oh yeah, this is Brittany. Hello.
Hi, Brittany. Did I interrupt y'all's conference call?
No, that wasn't me. That was us two talking.
Oh, okay. Well, Brittany, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from out of Joliet, Illinois, out of Chicago.
Okay. So what do you think about tonight's episode, Brittany?
I like the episode. I don't care what people say. I know they want drama. Drama's not always needed. And it was actually a fun, like a cute introduction to like what the girl's been up to. So
I think so too.
Everything needs to have to start off drama heavy. Like let's just slide into it slowly. Like it doesn't need to be all that. And this is what it was funny. It was like it was
fun. It was interesting to see Porsha looking for her ring. It was cute. Yeah. You know, we saw what was going on with Kandi. We saw what was going. Like we got an inner look at everybody's life with Eva and her family and how they interacted. It was cute.
Yeah, exactly. Like everybody it doesn't always have to be drama. I don't understand why people think like when they have drama. Oh, why we got so much drama? They need to stop doing it. Because then when they don't have drama and they getting along, oh, this is boring. It's like you can't win. It's like.
But first of all, it's only the first episode. Every year, the first. Yeah. I mean, we don't see them fighting and throwing glasses and whatever. The first episode, like we gotta build up to whatever's going on. So right now, we're building up to something. We don't know what yet.
And it's like real life situation, like the Nene and Gregg. Like I was like really. Like that was sad.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they expected that to be their storyline. No one expects that to be their storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the fact that they, of course, on a reality show, they have to show it. But that was like real life stuff, and everybody can relate to someone going through either you have cancer or somebody in your family having cancer. That was some real life stuff,
right? Right.
That is, we're gonna be probably doing a lot bit more crying, seeing the journey they're going through. So I'm like, everybody should just stop trying to compare it to, we don't have a certain person over here no more. Okay, the show was doing good before she was on here, and the show's still going to be good.
True.
It is what it is.
Well, thank you so much, Brittany. I appreciate your input.
All right, thank you. You have a nice night.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Caller 7850, you are on the line.
Hello, Michelle. It's Robert from Twitter. How are you?
Hi, Robert. I heard you saying some slick stuff. I thought that was you first.
No. Let me tell you. So I called in, and then Miss Jackie from Birmingham called in, and she was like, "Oh, Robert, I love you." And we were talking, and then she was like, "How she loves you," and I was like, "I do too." And then she was like, I can't remember what she said, but I said, "Yeah, today or tonight, Michelle isn't gonna like my comments because we see this episode different." And then you kind of like yanked my collar. So I'm like, no, we weren't talking bad about you. It was really about the show. So.
It's all good. So what did you think? What did you think?
I think that, okay, so I'm going to say this really quickly and then I'm going to hang up. I think that, I don't know. I felt like I wasn't watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I was watching like The Real Housewives of Dallas or Orange County.
What?
And let me just say this. The reason I say that is because I'm not one of those Real Housewives of Atlanta fans who expect there to be all kinds of drama, but I feel like the women were watered down. So Kandi doing the scene with the Scott sisters in the little car or whatever was cringeworthy because you knew the Scott sisters wanted screen time and Kandi needed somebody to film with, right? So that was cringeworthy to me. Porsha basically begging to get married and only to get like a necklace next weekend is cringeworthy. Cynthia and Marcille was cringeworthy, and then the sexual innuendo in front of Noelle, I was just like, oh God.
Do you think Cynthia's like pushing this because of the way her relationship last season flopped?
Well, I do, but then you know what? And I know a lot of people don't defend him, but I didn't like the shade directed at Will from the producers, right? Because like he's a bystander now,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like don't drag him and he can't defend himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that's
like
true.
he played his position, whether it was real or fake. He did everything that Cynthia asked of him. So now to kick him while he's down, I think is kind of tacky.
Didn't they do the
And I think
same
that's
thing
what
to
bothers
somebody?
me.
They did the same thing to like Sheree or something this episode too, didn't they? They pulled somebody else that wasn't on the episode, and they
Yes, they talked about Sheree. Was it Sheree? Yeah. It was Sheree about the Miami
oh
trip. I think that Eva was saying how she's so glad that Porsha's planned the trip because Porsha has taste and Cynthia doesn't. And then they showed how Cynthia planned the trip last year, and they were dragging her about the rooms. And then they showed a clip
they
of
showed Sheree say something about the towels.
Yes, and she also said something. I think the quote was like she put out an APB on some bleach, basically saying the room was dirty.
Oh, yeah, and she said something about the towels were so hard you can exfoliate with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that the only thing I liked as morbid as the sound was Nene and Gregg because it was the most authentic thing of the show.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want to watch his cancer journey, Michelle. I love them, but I just can't do it. I've had like 3 or 4 people die in the last 2 years from cancer.
One positive thing that you can know about it is that he survived so far. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has been through several procedures.
If this man dies in episode 12, Michelle, I'm going to have a breakdown.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just so heavy, and I love these women, so I am going to tune in every week, even though I think that, like, I've outgrown the show, as sad as that sounds, but I don't know, like, I'm just tuning in now because it's a habit. Hopefully it picks up.
But you know, the new girls still haven't been introduced, so we do have that.
Well, yeah, that is true. And also, I forgot, Eva, you know, trying to shade Cynthia, and then them zooming in on Eva's feet was a problem, especially because they zoomed in on Cynthia's feet right before that. Did you catch that or not?
No. Was Eva's feet ugly or something?
I mean, she had like a bunion on her foot, which is fine, I guess.
We all have bunions, honey. When you wear heels, you get bunions sometimes. But Cynthia had on those Dr. Scholl's clogs or whatever. That's what I thought was the shade.
Orthopedic,
yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah,
weird. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It was weird for me, and I think I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. And the fact that I'm emotionally invested in these women is why I will keep watching. But yeah, I kind of am disappointed. But watching you talk about it kind of made me think, okay, well maybe I just need to watch it again because I only watched it one time.
Let's give it another shot. I think it deserves because it's the first episode. The first episode is always dry. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what my issue really was, and then I'll hang up. It felt like this should have been episode number 3 instead of episode number 1. Does that make sense? Like, I think that they used the confessionals in a way to like tie up loose ends, and it just didn't work for me. It was like too many moving pieces, right?
Okay.
Like, you see Nene and Porsha back cool, and then you have the confessional with Nene and Porsha talking about how they got back cool. But it was like, okay, how do we go from day, 1 to 390 in 2 seconds, right? Yeah. And it felt rushed, and so I think that it might be poor editing instead of poorly developed show, if that makes sense.
Maybe. But again, it's first episode, and I think we're just being a little bit hard on it being the first episode.
I'm hypercritical, so yeah, this is my friend told me that. She's like, Robert, this is not grad school.
Right. It was 48 minutes of a first episode. They've been gone all summer. I think it pretty much did what it was supposed to do, for the most part.
Yeah. True. And I guess I was on edge also because I have a lot of friends in my life who are Kenya fans, and they're like, we're not going to watch. So, like, part of me is, like, stressed out about these women I don't know.
Oh, they
who
lying.
might have a
The Housewives
drop,
are still trending despite Kenya having her baby.
Okay. All right, so when I call in next week, hopefully I'll be in a better mood because I was waiting for this show, and then I was like, I enjoy Married to Medicine more than Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that never happened, right? So, but it's the first episode, and I'm going to give it another shot, and I'm going to keep watching whether I call in or not, or whether, I actively watch or not. Even though I don't have a Nielsen ratings box, I still give them views. So, yeah. So that's all I have to say. And next time, call in before, or don't cut me and Miss Jackie off when we're having a conversation.
Well, I didn't know. I just came through and I heard y'all talking. I put everybody on mute. That's all I did. So, but I did recognize your voice. I'm like, look at Robert trying to throw shade. But all right, Robert. Thank
all right,
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Caller 8555, you are on the line.
Hey, Michelle, this is Miss Jackie from the Ham.
Yes, Miss Jackie. How you doing?
Michelle, I'm going to spank your hand. You better stop getting in your feelings so daggone damn fast. Me and Robert would have a good conversation.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I'm so sorry, Miss Jackie.
Anyway, what I forgot to say to you earlier was that Kenya Moore, she gambled twice and didn't win. She did plan to have that baby today, and I just wanted to say, I think that's very, very evil to do that with a child, to manipulate a child before it's even here, use it like that.
Y'all won't listen to me. Y'all won't. It was my feelings too, but y'all won't listen to me.
But that's just how I feel about it. I understand that, and I didn't like that because I was like, Lord, please don't let it be on poor. But anyway, like I said, she lost twice. Now, as far as the Real Housewives of Atlanta, let me go through them right quick, and I'm gonna get out your name.
Okay.
I just want to tell you, my sister, the one I said Nene remind me of, she died from cancer. Okay, at age 43. My husband is a survivor of cancer. He had lymph nodes. But he's a survivor and he's doing well, but it can always come back, and the type of cancer he has can spread out through the body. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to say I understand where Nene's coming from. A lot of people, until you walk in those shoes, you don't. You have to continue to do things. I continue to work because I felt like if I didn't keep things going, he would fall apart. Actually, when that doctors first found out, they came to me and let me know that he was 99% sure. They had to wait a few days before they got the test back, but he can just almost say it because he's been dealing with it for so long. And he had me to have to hold this information from a Thursday all the way to a Monday when they got the results, and it drove me crazy. And I told my two sons, and they broke down, and it was hard trying to deal with and watching him because my husband was a silent man like Gregg. I'm a loud one, but my husband was a strong, silent man. And to watch him go through, watch him lose his hair. See, my husband actually had to do radiation and chemo. And to go through this and watch this and the appetite and everything, it's heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking for my sister. And she died. She tried to keep it from her. And I was back and forth. I would take my sister back and forth. And she said she would go up for some kind of treatment thing. And only way I found out that it was terminal, I had to call and go and get her one day and take her to the emergency room. And while the doctors was out, I read her chart and it said terminal. And I asked her why she done that. And the sad part about it, because she had 4 kids at the time. And she wanted to continue to work, so make sure her children get that life insurance money to help take and raise them. The youngest child was 2 years old. So I know exactly what Nene's going through, and it's rough. But Gregg is a strong man. Gregg is a good man. Gregg is a silent man. He talks with a lot of logic. I love Gregg. And Gregg really is the one that's really keeping Nene going. Because Nene is the weak one. She may not want to show it, but Nene loved her and she hurt her and she tried to cover it up with all that. But that's here and up there. I'm going to leave that alone before I go to crash. But Porsha, I feel like it's something fake about that relationship. I want Porsha to have happiness because I believe Porsha really do want to be a wife and a mother. Because when she was with Cordell, she didn't want to do a lot of things ladies wanted her to do that they was trying to talk her into doing.
Because she was trying to be too perfect. She was trying to be something that she wasn't. Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. And then after that, she just went wild. You know, and
she was being herself.
Really deep down, yes. But I really think deep down inside she really do want a husband and a family. I really do. Yeah. And I think it hurt her that Cordell didn't want no part of that. I don't.
But I think the person that she chose, now that she is able to be herself with. You understand what I mean? Like, Cordell was like this Christian man who they say, allegedly, was hiding his sexuality and all of this, and he was doing all, you know, he wanted things to be perfect. He wanted his wife to be a certain way and do certain things, and Porsha changed herself to fit what he wanted. But this particular situation, Porsha's buck wild. You know, this dude, you know, they say he like buck wild girls. You know, and maybe they're made for each other. You want a man who wants you for you, not for, you know, his picture perfect image of what a wife should be.
I think Andrew already had him anyway, so I ain't thinking about Cordell. Everybody been knowing about Cordell for years and years.
Cordell said that wasn't true. Cordell said it wasn't true. That's all I know. Cordell said it wasn't true.
I don't believe him. Okay, now I'm going to go on to Cynthia. Girl, Cynthia used to be the one they had played as the sensible one.
Yes.
The one that'll bring everybody together. What in the hell happened to Cynthia?
I think she's hit a midlife crisis. Now she's 51 cents. Whether she's with Peter or not, I feel like she is rushing in whatever relationships because she is at an age where she doesn't have time to court and to date and to do whatever. So Cynthia, to me, if I'm going with the whole premise of she and Peter aren't together, I feel like she's a serial monogamist, and each relationship that she gets in is the one. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't give anybody an opportunity
I know what
to.
You mean.
Yeah.
And I'm on your side. I think her and Peter need to get back together because Cynthia sat up there and lied to everybody. Because I don't know if you remember, but she said she was going to take at least a year off for herself. She ain't took 2 months off. You know what I'm saying? And get to know herself. So, and she's sounding desperate. And it just, I don't think this guy's really into her like that. Like, she wants everyone to believe, and so I'm not even sure she's not pulling a Kenya Moore. But anyway, I'm through with Cynthia. Now to the model,
Eva.
Now Eva knows she was wrong for her little shade because Cynthia, 51 years old, Cynthia put them side by side, and I'm gonna let y'all figure that out.
Well, and that's no shade to Cynthia, but you know, Eva did, you know, show her out a little bit as far as when they compared the two clips. Now, you know, they're both beautiful. That's a given. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous.
But you know, when she was saying her modeling style versus Cynthia, I mean, they pulled the clip. It was funny.
Well, yeah, but Cynthia still look good. She still look good.
She does.
I'm not going to take that away from her because her cheekbones.
Because I don't think she didn't say she didn't look good. That's the point. She didn't say she was ugly. She didn't say she was more beautiful than Cynthia. She didn't say none of that. She was just saying the way she modeled. And you know, I can see, we all can see it. Like, okay, let's, you know, it was shade, but it was fun. It was fun shade. It wasn't
subtle though, but I guess both of them being pageant girls, you know, and all that modeling and stuff like that. But now I'm gonna leave that alone. Now Kandi got so much damn shade to it's just good as turning to ice water.
Kandi did not want to take that phone call when Porsha.
I screamed when Riley told her and said what I said. The only thing Riley didn't say, she should have said, and I'm not changing it.
Riley said, I have seen your parenting skills.
Right. Exactly. And it's true because she on the road all the time and she got this going on and that going on and she's not, and just like Riley said, she come up to her a day before, 2 days before and saying you got to go back out of town, or she came in and 2 days later she was back out again. And that's, if she's not listening, she need to listen to her child because she's trying to tell her something without just bursting out, and she don't know what Riley may be holding in because rebellious teens, they see things, they remember things, and they know how things go. And Riley been at this a long time because she had to go through the whole band group and all this stuff. Kandi doing all this, the bedroom Kandi, and I feel like Kandi's already out there. She's real explorative, and I don't bang her for her business sense, but the type of business that she in, she has a daughter. Mm-hmm. Okay, she has a daughter, and her daughter is trying to let her know you're not giving us the quality time that we deserve. Why would you want to go out there and get another child? And for somebody else to be just like Don Juan out there. Don Juan, you could see in his face, he was frustrated. What Todd was? Todd ended up
Todd was at the bar. Todd said, I need a drink.
And that's his child. So how he gonna be a dad? You know what I'm saying? And Todd is working on, and Todd is not gonna be no daddy sitter, because you know what? I feel like Kandi got her prenup, but Todd is looking at it like this. Todd gonna build and get as much shit as he can get while they married, because he know part of that's gonna be his. And so if he walk away, he gonna have some cheese. They already got the second old lady gang open and other stuff they trying to do. So Todd trying to get in the mix of running her to get as many business and things open as possible. You all may not believe me, but I don't think this marriage gonna last no 10 years, because anytime you take and you give up your rights and you bring another person to your bedroom, I don't understand. I do not understand. You cannot tell me you love me at heart and you rubbing and screwing another woman right beside me, probably enjoying it better than me. So I don't think Todd want no child, but hey, Kandi ain't right. And people think Kandi, she cried. But if anybody noticed, when Kandi running and reading somebody else, she can be vicious. Mm-hmm. She can be vicious. But when it comes to her, she want to tear up. And that ain't right. And then another thing is, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get off the phone, Michelle. But I feel like Kandi is jealous of Porsha. And all that, and I ain't talking about the best, about the assistant, all this. I think she just outright jealous of Porsha, because I believe Todd wants that. And half of the men on the show want that. But I just don't think it's right. I just say a whole lot more.
You say he wants that.
And just to say, it's just right. So just like T.I. told Tammy, you've been with this here, but now you want to let people get in your ear, but you've been fine with this. Because, see, they do all that kind of stuff. See, now you want to say stuff, and we've been doing this all along. But
you can't change the rules in the middle of the game. That's my favorite quote. You can't change the rules in the middle of the game.
Thank you. Either you there or you not. So don't go get mad now. Don't get mad now because he done got somebody over on the side and make you look. But don't get in your feelings now, because this is something we've been doing all along. And basically, that's what he was saying on that first episode of their new show. So, but Michelle, I can talk a whole lot long about those other
people. Well, I always appreciate you, Miss Jackie. I do, from the ham. I appreciate you.
But I just had to. I got so much on my head that I don't know what to talk about. I try to talk fast and get over.
No, it's all good. You did very well, and you always do very good, and you are very entertaining. And I appreciate your call. I love it when you call in.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that whatever happened tonight, and me and Robert ended up on the phone, because I just love Robert's personality.
I love Robert too.
But and I ain't never met him, but I love his personality and spirit. But I'm gonna let you go so you can get to your other peeps, and you enjoy your night.
Thank you so much, Miss Jackie. Have a good night.
All right, you're welcome.
All right,
bye.
Yes, Miss Jackie told y'all. Caller 0110, you are on the line. Hello. Caller 0110, you are on the line. Can you hear me?
Hey, Marcille.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm alrighty. I'm new. I'm new to you, but I've been following you for a while.
Oh, cool. What's your name? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Bryce. Yeah, I'm calling from Miami.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Okay. My question. It has nothing to do with housewives, but it has something to do with housewives.
Okay.
I was watching YouTube today, and I was watching. And I know he's a liar, but I just want to know for sure. I was watching Caldwell tonight. I can't remember the guy's name.
Andrew Caldwell.
Andrew. Yeah. He was talking about you tonight. He was saying that he follows you and y'all are best friends. And he was talking to you about. Geneva, about about old records and all this other type of foolishness.
What?
Isn't that true?
No, I haven't talked to Andrew in months. What is he talking about? And I didn't see it. I'm sure it's entertaining, but what did he say?
He had a video out tonight. He was saying, how he was going in on he was going in on Geneva, and he was saying about how y'all talk a lot, and you were showing him old files of when y'all went to court, and you're his best friend. He was just going in. He just made it seem like y'all talk a lot.
We don't.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have talked to Andrew. I have met Andrew once. Right. I have talked to him, but other than that, no, we don't talk a lot. And the one time I told him I wanted to interview him, we were actually live on here, and he didn't answer the phone. So, I mean, no, we don't talk like that.
Okay, I was just wondering because I was like, Michelle was seeing that. I was just looking at.
Take Andrew with a grain of salt. He is very entertaining. I even say he's very entertaining, but that's how I take him, as a grain of salt. I see him every now and then on the internet, and I laugh and kiki, and I keep it moving. But yeah, I've met him, but we ain't like besties or nothing.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, you keep doing your thing, and I love you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for calling.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Oh, y'all spilling tea. That's all I got. Ain't nobody else on the line. Y'all spilling the tea, honey. I need to go see what Mr. Delivered was talking about today. You said he needs to be delivered from that lie, Michelle. Michelle, my best friend, and we grew up together. Now did Andrew grow up in Atlanta? Like what? Now we best friends. Like, I love Andrew. I think he's hilarious and all of that. I think he will probably go far if he utilizes his platform in a way to make him more money. I talk to everybody. I reach out to people. I will tell, y'all see me on here. I'm always like, please use your platform to make money. That's how I talk to everybody. And when I talked to Andrew, I told him that. I told him he needs to start his own YouTube page. I told him he needs to start his own channel, I told him about Instagram because he wasn't on Instagram at first. He was only on Facebook, and I told him he needed a website. So that is the extent of it, but we grew up together, honey. Y'all know I'm older than Andrew, child. You said you'd rather for your man to cheat and you don't know it than to agree to a threesome. Yeah. I mean, if you go into a relationship where that's what y'all agree to in the beginning of the relationship, again, like I say, you can't change the rules after you get married and have kids. All of a sudden, y'all been living this kind of way, but now that y'all done had kids and married, you feel like this man should settle down and not want to do that no more. No, you were doing it. Why you not doing it now? So, I don't know. Those just my, my thoughts or whatever. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in and chit-chatting with me about the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 11, Episode 1. The recap will be on StraightFromTheA.com in the morning, and you can also watch the replay of the episode on the website if you haven't seen it already. So again, that'll be in the morning. And thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to the callers. Thank you to Zills for moderating. Thank you to the Nightbot. And thank you to the squad. I appreciate all of you guys. I will see you later. Bye. Oh, and if y'all want to hang out in the chat over on the ATLien channel, I think I'm going to replay the Kenya Moore the Kenya Moore video over on the ATLien channel, and then I'm gonna like have the chat up so people can chat while it's up. So just in case y'all wanna, you up and you just want to chat in the chat. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.